Hello, cyberspace. It's me, Angie, and I welcome both you and your ears to an episode of Life, Love, Music, and Space Travel. In case you're wondering who Angie is, I'm Angie, and I'm super stoked to spend some time sharing with y'all some of my experiences and thoughts on living, loving, music, and space travel, or spiritual experiences as I often refer to as space travel. A rather broad spectrum, right? Well, my hope is to always share something that resonates with, intrigues, excites, or perhaps inspires you. On that note, I invite you to sit back, buckle up, and take a little trip out into the cosmos with me. Hello, cyberspace. It's me, Angie, coming to you with another episode of Life, Love, Music, and Space Travel. Thanks for joining me. This happens to be episode number 23, and I'm pretty excited about it because it is kind of a special episode that includes some interviewing that I did with this spectacular band I had the opportunity to see last Sunday, August 7th. Today is actually Saturday, the 13th, and it's taken me a little time to sit down and start recording this episode, but I'm really excited about it. As mentioned, the name of the podcast is Life, Love, Music, and Space Travel, and the music piece is definitely a big component. The last few episodes that I've put out have been music focused. One of them was focused on my bucket list experience of seeing the Dave Matthews Band. And the next one was another bucket list experience getting to see Fish in the Pit. And this episode, as I've already said, is a special one because I actually got to interview some really cool guys. Last Sunday, I went to a Boogie in the Park gathering down in Curry Beach, North Carolina. That's where I happen to be residing lately, or I shouldn't say I'm residing there. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina, but I work right in Curry Beach, and I got to see this great band, Into the Fog. That's their name. You might recognize the name because I did actually get to see them open up for Keller and the Keels at the Greenfield Lake Amphitheater quite a few months ago. It was the first time I'd ever seen them. They were spectacular at that point, and I didn't think I was going to get out of work early enough to see them this week, but much to my pleasure, I did get to see them. So thanks to everyone who helped me get out of work early that day. Into the Fog. I would call them, I guess, genre, a blend of folk, bluegrass. I got to see them as a 5-piece band, including an acoustic guitar, a fiddle, electric guitar, stand-up bass, and a mandolin. I think those are all the instruments that they played at this point. And they were just great, super upbeat. They have a couple albums out on their own. I will also include links to those in the show notes. They do some covers, but they have some slow songs as well, but they are upbeat, on fire, a great harmonizing collective of guys. They're wonderful. I really can't speak highly enough for them. As mentioned, I have only seen them twice now, but they were really great. I went down with my brother, got him to come down, and they were kind enough to allow me to interview them after the show. I thank them all so much for indulging me. It was my first interview. I'll call it an interview. I was a little nervous, kind of felt like a kid, but being that I have this fantastic format that I get to use for asking questions and interviewing, Poddecks, it was really easy. And I think it was interesting. I didn't just ask any standard questions. I picked 5 questions out of the musical interview section of the Poddeck app. And if anyone is not familiar, I talk about it all the time, but I love Poddecks. Travis Brown, I believe, is the creator. And it's great for starting conversations for anyone who has a podcast, anyone who does any kind of interview stuff, or conversation starters in your house, in your living room, with your family, whatever. There's so many different decks that you can choose from. Self-growth, music, WTF, all kinds. They have really cool stuff. Anyway, I just asked them 5 different questions, and I feel like they enjoyed the format. I got some really cool, interesting answers. I did record it, and as most of you know, I'm still kind of a beginner at all of this stuff, so I am going to make a valiant effort to figure out how to include it into the podcast. If I have to do some cutting and pasting, or I might just record this section, insert the other part, and then record the clothing section after. I'll see what I can do. But I highly suggest for anyone out there who gets the chance to see these guys, please go see them. I think the majority of them are from the Wilmington area, North Carolina area, but they have been out traveling around. They recently played at Floyd Fest, which, if I'm not mistaken, took place in Virginia somewhere. I should possibly know a little bit better, but they got to play with Little Feat and a bunch of other fantastic bands. They're definitely out on the circuit, touring around. Check out Bands in Town or any of your music apps that tell you where the cool bands are playing, and you'll definitely find them on there. Into the Fog. I was really excited to hear their set list. They actually covered Midnight Moonlight by Old and in the Way. Man, I love me some Jerry Garcia, for sure. Also pretty excited about going to celebrate Jerry's birthday, kind of a late event, but something that they're having here at the Greenfield Lake Amphitheater also. I love Jerry. Anyway, back on topic. They played Midnight Moonlight. They covered Steely Dan's Do It Again. I am a huge Steely Dan fan. That was unexpected, and I loved every second of it. Ballad of John and Yoko, the Beatles. They did a great job. They also, I'm just going to put them out there, two of my favorite originals of theirs is Dawn and Troubled World. I'm thinking that I got those correctly. So I'm just going to go over the name of the guys in the band. I think there are 3 original members. Brian Stevenson, who is the lead singer, also plays the acoustic guitar. Then there is Winston Mitchell, who seems to play more often the mandolin, and Derek Lane, who plays the stand-up bass. 2 other gentlemen who play with them pretty regularly. I did see them when they opened up for Keller and the Keels also. Will Maxwell plays the fiddle, and Connor Kozlowski plays the electric guitar. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. So highly suggesting that you get out to see them. Shortly after this, I'm going to play the interview. I appreciate your patience and understanding with me as I muddle my way through some of it, but I think for anyone who knows these guys, you might find these questions interesting. They definitely have a fan base and a following. You can find them at, if I'm not mistaken, intothefog.com. And I will pull that information up and also include all the pertinent information in the show notes. So there was a point in the first question, was when I was talking to Brian Stevenson, that I need to apologize also for immediately. I don't want to keep saying I'm sorry, but for some reason, it's missing like 5 to 10 seconds of his answer. And he was talking about how he belonged to one of those, where you used to be able to order whatever CDs you wanted, the Columbia House deal. So you're going to hear a space in between his response to the question I asked Brian. I apologize about that, but I do thank you for indulging me once again. I think you'll enjoy the interview. Here we go. Take a little bit of time to listen to it. Thanks. Okay. All right. So I'm Angie. You are Brian with Into the Fog. Thanks for tonight's performance. Absolutely. It was fucking great, especially because you played Steely Dan.
Yeah, it's always one of my favorites.
I'm a huge Steely Dan fan. Okay, so the question that I'm going to ask you, and this comes from, I use Poddecks. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Poddecks is like a great format for questions and shit like that. So this is out of the musician's interview, because you're a musician. What show did you miss that you regret not going to?
Ooh, that's a tough one. What show did I miss that I probably the Eagles at Greensboro Coliseum. I think it was either Greensboro or it was in Raleigh, but it was the Eagles definitely right before Glenn Frey passed away, and I never got to see them with Glenn Frey, and that's like historically my favorite band. That's like the first CD I ever got was the Eagles' Greatest Hits with the bird skull on the front, and had a big impact on me as a kid, and I really wish I would have seen the Eagles with Glenn Frey.
Absolutely. I have yet to see the Eagles myself.
done like CD things where you could like pick a couple CDs and
Yes.
they send it back to you?
Absolutely.
My parents were like, "Hey, you want to pick a CD?" And I saw that one, and that's what I chose. And,
Okay.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. I appreciate it. Thanks for your
Absolutely.
time. Thanks for your time. Great show again. That is music is all those moments. Okay, so I'm going to jump in here really quick, and I'm going to go. Your question is, so let's see here. So first of all, give me your name again. I should know.
Will.
I'm still learning. Will,
Maxwell.
Angie, Matt, great show tonight. I love the fiddle. You're always smiling. Like I said, at least always for the last 2 shows I've seen. Okay, so your question is, which format do you prefer to listen to music on? Streaming, CD, cassette, or vinyl?
I mean, streaming, but I think I wake up in the morning with a vinyl. I usually listen to Billy Joel's album, So Long, Crazy Child. Whatever that song is called.
Well, Vienna.
Vienna, yeah. And so I start the morning out a lot of the days with those vinyls. That and Little Feat.
Waiting for Columbus. Anything on that
Yeah,
album.
so those both resonated a lot. We just played a festival with that Little Feat band, and they played that album. And
Very
so,
cool.
Those were the last 2 vinyls that I had from my uncle who just passed away. And so recently, past year, I feel like I've just enjoyed waking up with those and being able to remind myself. And the vinyls, that's where that would take the cake.
Vinyls
but
where it's
I
at.
listen to streaming way more often.
Yeah, I listen to streaming too, but I have thousands of albums that I'm like a record junkie for sure. I love it. I come from a Billy Joel family. Grew up listening to everything Billy Joel, so I have a great
I wasn't a huge Billy
appreciation.
Joel fan until I got those 2 albums, and then I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Vienna's-
that one is incredible.
It's great stuff. Did a great job, really impressive.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you
Really
guys
appreciate
for
you.
sure. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. We are going to move on to, and I really appreciate you guys for indulging me. Connor. Great picking. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, so let me make sure that I got this right. Your question is, what was the first band T-shirt you felt super cool about wearing to school?
Oh man,
you wore
Red
one.
Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh.
Yeah, you know the black shirt with the logo. It's got the like little cross thing.
Is it like the,
red.
well, is that the Blood Sugar Sex Magic one? No, maybe
No,
not.
it's just their like standard logo. Yeah, it's like a red asterisk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ha, I just saw them at Jazz Fest.
You didn't ask me that question because I went to a school where I wore a uniform.
So you didn't get to wear the T-shirt.
If you were really a fan, you'd wear it
sad.
under your uniform.
Exactly, hardcore, breaking the rules underneath. Very cool. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, and then so Derek, is that it? Correct, Derek. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, if you could have one current artist guest on one of your songs, who would it be and why? That's a big one.
Is this like
It's a little more intense
like a
than
theoretical thing or something that might actually be possible?
I'm going to say use the theoretical. If somebody who's here is gone, whatever. If you could have one.
It would just be my life complete if I could have Victor Wooten play with me. Out of everybody, Victor Wooten is the bass player that inspired me to do what I'm doing today. So
Very cool.
that would be a dream come true.
Great answer. I appreciate it. Good stuff. And really, great stuff. I don't know what the name of that little thing is that you
Oh,
use.
the talk box.
The talk box.
Yeah, like a Peter Frampton.
Peter Frampton thing, yeah,
Yep.
but is that the same thing that he uses?
Exactly.
I just thought it was like a pedal thing.
Yeah, this is what it is here, and it comes out of there.
Okay. Yeah, it adds a great deal. Okay, thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Okay, so we've got one last one, and if I miss the names up, are you Brian?
I'm Winston.
Oh, you're Winston. Hello. I should know that. Winston, I apologize. Great mandolin playing.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate your indulgence. And last question. Thanks. I love to be indulged. So, if you could go on tour with 2 current bands, who would they be?
Ooh, on tour with 2 current bands. I would have to say probably. I wasn't ready for this. So 2 currently touring bands.
And I know you guys just played somewhere, so you're currently touring, but you just played it. Was it Floyd Fest? Is that what it's called?
We did. I would probably
would have to say Lake Street Dive, because I would just love to meet all those guys.
I've heard good things about him.
And then I guess Hot Rise.
Hot Rise? I don't know them.
They're actually, like, they don't tour a whole lot, but I believe they are touring right now.
Okay.
So.
Hot Rise and Lake Street Dive.
Yep.
Is it
Yep.
Dive? Yeah.
Yep. Hot Rise with a Z, R-I-Z-E.
That's great. So out of all current touring bands, those are the two.
Yep. But don't listen to Hot Rise, because then you won't listen to us anymore.
Okay. I don't think that'll be true. But all right. Thanks, guys. Yay! I certainly hope you enjoyed listening. What did you think? Was there any information you wish that you would have heard that I didn't ask them so that I can ask them the next time? Be kind and gentle with me. I am just beginning. I'm super excited, as I've mentioned, for the opportunity to not only see these guys, they really were great. It was a sunny afternoon, perfect to sit down and enjoy some time into the fog before heading into the ocean. I look forward to getting to see them again at some point sooner than later. Check them out. For sure, they're playing all over the state of North Carolina, so if you haven't had a chance to see them, get out there and take the opportunity to see them. Also, find them on YouTube. Find them. You can definitely, they have a couple albums out, I believe, so you can definitely find them on Spotify. I've listened to them. There is a Spotify playlist. Check them out. Into the Fog. They are well worth listening to. On that note, I appreciate you for spending some time with me, for growing with me. I am going to just finish this off with, of course, a pod deck question, which I just love. You can hear my little dude kind of choking in the background. Let's see here. Why is it important to know how to handle feedback? Overcome those who criticize you. Well, I'm thinking about it in direct relation to this episode. I'm still feeling, I guess, a little bit nervous about how well I'm doing and what other people are going to think of me. That also came into play before I interviewed these guys, or before I asked them if I could interview them. That's what I did. I actually went up on stage and asked Derek if they minded after the show if I came up and just asked them each a question. He was, super into it, very kind, very supportive around my deal. Told them about the podcast. They had never heard of me, so I believe it's important to know how to handle feedback because it's going to come, whether I want it or not, whether I ask for it or not. And overcoming those who criticize me, well, that's going to come as well. And I surely can't stop doing what I'm doing because of what other people think of me. What kind of a life would that be to live? But there was a time when I did live like that. It is important to know how to handle feedback because you're going to get it whether you want it or not. So however, I think I choose to handle it by letting most of it just roll off my back. And I'm better at that today for sure, with lots of work on myself and getting to that place of what other people think of me is none of my business. Thanks to my buddy Steve Jones for telling me that. Overcoming those who criticize me. Haters gonna hate. That's it. Haters gonna hate for sure. I think that's a line somewhere out there by some spectacular young singer who's written a lot of her, if not all of her own music. As we know, she's done a great job of getting past those who criticize. On that note, once again, moving on. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me and spending some of your time listening to me. I appreciate it. I very much look forward to my next episode. Until then, bye. So we've reached the end of today's episode. Thanks so very much for listening. It's now time to reconnect to planet Earth and all that comes with living on the blue ball. I'd love to hear your ideas for future episode topics, along with any and all positive and or constructive feedback. Please feel free to contact me at ashyisbadass@gmail.com. Thanks again for spending some time with me and allowing me to share myself with you. Until next time, please be gentle with yourselves, be kind to animals, and do all you can to allow your authentic selves to shine brightly.